These are the top 15 best cheap gold items in Counter-Strike 2 with the lowest budget possible, which is $100. Starting with the 15th spot, we have the Navaja Ultraviolet, which yeah, it's a Navaja and that's all I have to say. I'm not even gonna say anything else. You can get the field tested for about $84. And in the 14th spot we have the Shadow Daggers Blue Steel, which is alright, but meh, I don't love how this skin looks on it. And the Battles card is just on the budget for $100. They're just much better choices for cheaper. And then in the 13th spot we have the Paracord Forest EV Pet, which is pretty alright, even though the Paracord isn't very popular, and you can get the minimum version for $99. Next we have the Navaja Damascus Steel in the 12th place, which is a bit better than the last one, but yeah, still Navaja, just use the default knife at this point, and the minimum wear is about $92. And then in the 11th spot we have the Shadow Daggers Freehand, which is much better than the Shadow Daggers that I showed before, but still kinda meh. It is hard to combo with as well, and the field tested is about $93. Going over to the top 10, we have the Bowie Boreal Forest, which is already a pretty nice one. Despite being field tested, it is very clean, especially in lower floats, and it is just under the budget for $99. This video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey, which is a trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CS2 skins for some new shiny ones in seconds. You just select the skins that you want to trade and the ones that you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for free and a 35% bonus when buying balance. They also host giveaways in the freebies page, and link to SkinsMonkey is in the description. And in the 9th spot we have a Survival Knife Scorch, which is probably an unpopular opinion, but I think it's pretty decent. It's easy to combo with for cheap, and the minimum wear is around $97. In the 8th spot we have the Gut Knife Rust Coat, which is pretty good. This was my first knife ever back in like 2015, and a fun fact is back then this used to be like $30. However, if you want to get this now, the Battles card will go for about $90. And going over to the 7th spot we have the Shadow Daggers Bright Water, which are my second favorite Shadow Daggers for this budget. The top one is coming in a bit, but these in factory new are about $85. And then we have the Paracord Knife Urban Mast, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think this skin fits so well with this knife. The entire thing is white, which is nice, and the field tested is about $94. And now we're going over to the top 5. In the 5th spot we have the Gut Knife Bright Water, which to me this is the best blue knife that you can get within this budget, and you kinda have to go for the field tested, which isn't the cleanest as you can see, but it's not bad either, and it costs $99. And now we're going over to the top 4, and here we have the Survival Night Stripe, which is one of the few survivals available for this budget. It doesn't look insane, right, but it's clean and easy to combo with, and you can get the field tested version for $96. And now we're going over to the big top 3. In the 1st spot we have the Shadow Daggers Autotronic, which is 100% the best Shadow Daggers that you can go for within the budget, and probably the best red knife in general that you can get under $100. If you want these, the field tested are about $94. And now for the 2nd place we have the Gut Knife Black Laminate, which was almost top 1, I'm not gonna lie. It is super easy to combo with and it just looks very clean. However, for this budget you have to go for the well-worn version for about $100. My advice is just put an extra $5 and get the Battles card, which will be easier to trade if you ever want to replace it, and it basically looks the same. And now we're going over to the big top 1, and I went to the Bowie Knife Rust Coat, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think this knife is amazing. Bowies for this budget are already rare, so this skin, despite being considered ugly, is the best that you can go for. And if you get a Battles card one, it will cost you about $102, so yes, it is $2 over the budget, but I'm gonna count it, and I think overall for this budget this is pretty good. And that's it. Let me know what your favorite knife is down in the comments, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily CS2 content.